Hey guys, what's another part-time investigator? Tis the PC version, and this is Tony Hawk doing my silly France. Have a look at how different this is. Not too different, but the graphics have improved a bit. The only problem is, well, the controls. I have to play with the gamepad, by the way, because you know, this game plays best on controller, not keyboard. I've tried, but it doesn't work well. And, basically the problem is, I can only play with the analog stick. The directional pad does not work. So sadly I can't play with that. But I can indeed play with the analog stick, which is kind of awkward, but I can deal with it. Anyway, we're not here to see my silly friends. I mean, we'll get through this pretty quickly. But I'm only playing this just so I can show you how to unlock the secret levels that are only in the PC version. Now, you unlock all of these by doing the tournaments. So basically, there are free tournaments, which means there's free secret levels that are only in the PC game. And, well, this is the first one. What's going to be? I don't know. Well, I do know, but I'm not going to tell you. And, yeah, as you can see, I'm doing very well. Now, there's a few things. You might have noticed that the menu in this game might have looked a bit, you know, in sync with them. You know, it made them look like, you know, you saw the whole thing here. But here's the thing, there's another problem with this game, recording the game. When I tried to record this in Bandicam, it actually had a lot of blackouts, and it lagged like a motherfucker, and it just did not work. It was terrible. Like, I was ashamed of it. And this might not be the best quality, but it's the best I could get. I mean, seriously, this was done in OBS, like, in my stream quality shit, so, you know, not be the best quality, but you know what? It's the best you can get. I mean, OBS isn't exactly designed for recording, even though you can do that. It's more useful for just streaming. But yeah, like, you'll see it soon, because we're done here, and here comes the secret level. It is... Yep, Downhill Jam from Phoenix and AZ. And New York City. Now, we can't do this on career mode, but by the way, this is what it looks like in the menu. It doesn't look like that for me, but when you actually see this game, the fucking screen is all screwed up. The actual gameplay is actually bigger than the menu, and I don't get that. It's weird. But yeah, we'll be playing as Rodney Mullen, of course. We'll be dealing with Downhill Jam. So just zoom in. Thank you very much. We'll have it for the thumbnail. And let's begin this. As you see, the video is Turbo Pro Skater logo. And because it's a single session, it's just a 2-minute run of getting points. There's no missions. Because you can't play this in the career mode. Now, is there anything different with this version compared to the the first game with the design and all? Well, the PS1, the PSC version, yes, graphics looks better and all. Otherwise, it's actually a lot more stripped down than the Turbo Pro Skater 1 version. Mainly because there's not many missions to do, but also because they actually stripped down the gaps. There's actually not too many gaps in here. Well, there's about like 2. Well, there's about 7, but only like 2 really. There's only one of those gaps, and that's one of the 6 of them. It's like a distance gap. That's gone from this version. The only gap that remains is if you grind on that rail up there, and you go all the way to the finish line. That is the only gap in Turbo Pro Skater 2 of this level. That is it. There's really nothing else to do except like shoot valves and maybe get onto the mountain, but there's nothing on the mountain. And all the collectibles, you know, they got rid of the collectible thing, you know, the little point collectibles you can find and such. They got rid of that from Turbo Pro Skater 1 and Turbo Skater 2, so they're not here either. So it's pretty empty. But not to worry, finish line does indeed end the level. As you can tell, it does not like place me back and all that shit. Anyway, another thing that's good about the PC version is that there's no loading screens. There's no loading. Everything just plays immediately. And when it comes to a game this old, that's like a rarity, basically, to find a game that, like, plays instantly, no loading screen or anything. So yeah, this is actually pretty decent, pretty amazing, to be honest. By the way, this is actually a port by Gray Matter. Like, this isn't, like, ported by Neversoft, but, like, I can't reach that, I just couldn't there. This isn't actually ported by Neversoft, it's actually ported by Gray Matter, who decided to put in these free levels because why not? Let's put in like free levels from Turbo Skater 1 into this game because you know it sort of has the same engine, so why not? Except it doesn't. It's like it's different. It's not the same engine. So, but yeah, all the things that work here do indeed work. All the valves and all that shit, they work. You can knock into the barrels and such. Water works, everything works, and looks pretty good. Better than the PS1 version, it looks nice. And it works well. It's just that it's stripped down to shit because there's literally like one gap. One gap. No objectives, nothing else, one gap. Like there's literally nothing. I mean, yeah, I can write this, you know, that's cool and all, but then I fall down because I get too far. You know, you can do all this shit, and it's neat and cool, and just like, yeah, I can be like fucking gravity up the ass and such. But it's really not that interesting. And then you teleport to the finish line, that's over. And you got that high score there, which I'm not going to beat because there's no point to it. And that's it. There's really nothing special to this level, and there's not anything special to the other two levels. But I will show you off the gaps that are in the other two levels, as well as this one, which I just showed you. Anyway, next time I'll be dealing with the second bonus level, which I'll be doing with Chad Muska. I think it's Chad Muska. Let's have a look. Yeah, no. Yeah, Chad Muska. There we go. Doing the Muska. And, but first, I'll be playing Tony Hawk to go through the second championship. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.